changes, everywhere changes. They just drive me nuts. I get my systems down the way I like to do things. And the software updates, website changes, the grocery store changes where things are put.
DougBot said, "Hey, is this thing on?"
Drives me bananas. Hey Doug, why are you doing only one show a week during the summer? Well, because I'm changing the way I do things. Oh my gosh. So much stuff. Let's see. I heard a speaker bot confirmation. I'm gonna go check and see if I've got audio for myself, or am I just flapping my lips into the wind? Let's see. Almost there. Yep, I hear myself. Streamer bot updated, and now it's got a whole lot of extra stuff in my ear. Gonna have to go fix that. And YouTube, streamer bot, and YouTube, and Yahoo, a couple things at client offices. Somebody gets paid a lot of money to come up with a major change, and it just changes the way that my whole workflow has been working. It is still coming into my ear with this stuff. I've got to turn this thing off and then show you some things. Good grief. Where is this one that keeps hammering in my ear that it didn't used to work? So I left it enabled, and now they do an update, and all of a sudden this thing is working. There, I got that turned off. I've glanced at chat a couple times. I see people saying some things about points, like I'm already in trouble for points.
Read chat, please.
There's a read chat, please. Renew cabinet with LED strip. Nice. Yeah, actually, all I did with that is it has 3 different color settings, and I've always had it on the white. So today I thought I'd try it with blue. And yeah, I agree with you, Zavi. I like that too. Do we give Zavi points for the compliment? Why the heck not? Because now with these updates, I got to find out, are my buttons still working? There's the, yep, that worked. That worked. Ken Stout, I could try to see if I can change the chat status. Is there something wrong with the chat status? We're on live commentary mode currently. I saw somebody said something about kicked or locked you out. I don't know what's going on here. I've got let's see, Sam Lazar's got a new subject by email. I've got an email from Tammy Wilborn about our friend Yahoo. I've got my email over on that screen, please, so I don't accidentally hit it over here. Oh, Tony Wallow, member for 8 months, 10 gifted memberships. So we'll take care of that down here. Read my orange to you earlier. Okay, I'll get that. Let's see, at Tony Wallow, 10 gifted memberships. So I do 10 followed by 2 zeros. Gets that number of points. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Ken wants me to see his orange. Let's see, do we get Raj D received a gift membership? I remember Raj D's. I remember the name. Don't quite remember what subject he brought to us.
Read chat, please.
And David Graham. Oh, of course, David Graham's been around a lot. He got a gifted membership from Tony. Last read chat is Greg M. I see YouTube is changing live chats so that the YouTube channel real name is used in chat, preceded by the @ symbol, cuts down confusion with duplicate names. I don't see that. These are the names that can be duplicated. Real name is used in chat, preceded by the @ symbol. No, I don't know what you mean by that. This thing about doing the @ symbol and then your name, that's been there for a long, long time. That's always, as far as I can recollect, always been the way to directly address somebody and to put them into orange. See, Greg, if I do a message to you, you should see this in orange. Nobody else will see this in orange, but you will. It's a way to direct your attention to somebody who is directly addressing you. But if we go to your channel, I don't know for sure if Greg's okay with me bringing up his channel. I know Ken is, but he's got an @ symbol. Rick Lakes, he produces content. Hello, Rick. Best wishes for you to get recovered soon. If I go to his channel, his actual channel handle is different. It says Rick Lakes. He produces content. Go check out his channel, but his channel handle is @RickLakes9405. It's not what we're seeing in chat. Got to get to Ken Stout's orange comment late or earlier. Okay, I'll just scroll and look for orange. Looking for Ken. Then I go back and do others. If you want to remote in and see if your magic works, that is good to me. I am unable to watch anything on YouTube at the moment. While I'm signed in, everything comes up video unavailable while signed in. If I said, oh yeah, I want to see that. Let's do that. Let's do that because that's an active current Windows computing problem. I will be signing in under another name and hopefully you will be able to subscribe and watch. I tested all this last night and I can watch under a different account. Curious. All right. Let me get the other oranges muting. Are you ever going to do 5 days a week again? I really miss you. It was actually 6 days a week. At least that's what I had scheduled. Even at that, sometimes I was dropping them. Yes, I do want to get back to that. Do I owe anything else? Yes. Hello, Rick. And David Graham, hitting the oranges. Ken Stout, member for 8 months. Ay, caramba. Sam Lazar, I've had emails back and forth with him. Maybe it's at a point where you all can help push that forward. I don't know, is Sam in chat? Yes, he is. Hello, Sam. All right, let's go ahead and give that Ken Stout
Read chat, please.
a shot. David Graham, everyone on Carrie's channel have a @ symbol before their names. Really? All right. Shiny object. I'm going to go look at that. Okay, what I should be doing is take that off screen to prepare that. I'll go bring up Carrie's channel, bring up one of his recent videos that would have chat replay available. It might not show up in, oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all these names have the @ symbol before them. And those do look like the channel handles, but I don't have that. That's interesting. I wonder why. On that show, let's see, people in green are members, blue are moderators, gray is not members, so we had that show open to everybody. Let's go look at his
Read chat, please.
Monday show. Pause it there, show chat replay. See if it was showing that way then. I think I actually have to hit the play button. Yeah, they had the @ symbol. That last read chat, please, was Greg M. Yeah, I understand the @ names are unique. They cannot be duplicated. Let's go back further onto one of his public shows. Show chat replay. Yeah, so that was there. Now, I don't know if the @ symbols were showing up back then, or maybe when his channel got turned on to showing the @ symbols, was that retroactive, applied to all his prior shows. Show chat replay. Go up a little bit into the video. Yeah, showing the @ symbols. I don't know. Maybe that's could that be a setting that is done by the content creator? Or let's see if one of my recent shows has that. Let's see if I come over here, live, and take my last Saturday show here. Get a shareable link. Come over here. See if is it after the show plays. Let's show chat replay. No, I don't have the @ symbols. That's strange. I don't know. Let me make sure I got all of Greg's comment. He's wanted me directing my attention to his comments. I don't know how many of them is on this topic. You'll see the channel handle shortly. YouTube is migrating chat over, allows less moderation issues. I'm not having moderation issues. I think Carrie's channels like that. Linus chat are 2 channels. I've seen that use the channel name, channel handle, I think is the most technical name for it. As the default for YouTube chat, so it's not happening for me.
Read chat, please.
I think moderators had issues banning wrong people. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just don't have enough duplicates. Sometimes sending a message in chat receives an error message. Regards from Rand Israel. Test 23 from Rand. Is Zvi telling me that Rand said hi? Because Rand's been having trouble? I don't know. Scott, notice it's been like this for a few weeks. It's the same at Mike's Unboxing. Mine shows as Scott B1965. Yeah, and if I were to go over here to go to channel and try not to do that if I don't know a specific person is okay with that. Yeah, when I go to that, it shows that's his channel handle. He doesn't have any videos posted. And you can change your channel handle. If you want to go change your channel handle to try to find something that doesn't have a number after it, you may be able to accomplish that. Or at least you used to be able to change it. I don't know if they've taken that ability away. I can't imagine that they would take that ability away, because if you can come up with a unique channel handle, why not let you have it? As long as it doesn't break their community guidelines. Oh, Ken Stout. All right, Ken, I'm going to start Zoom. I'm only going to be letting Ken in Zoom, if I remember how to start Zoom. I have no idea if my buttons are set up to handle this okay and connect remotely to his computer. I guess I'm not sure if we even need Zoom, because I was just needing to connect remotely to his computer, but I'll have Zoom on anyway, Ken. If I can remember how to do this. There. And I do host tools and enable waiting room. So the waiting room is enabled, Ken, and then I'll come. Which computer do I want to do for remote control? Because they both mess up. I'm going to do Baby Beast. Oh, but I got to show you something else first. I opened the show with complaining about stuff happening. I gotta show you these quickly, because as soon as I start working with Baby Beast, I'm going to lose this. Here's YouTube this morning giving me this. When I go to, there've been 3 times I've been hit with this. Get tips for success on YouTube. You're eligible to apply for a YouTube channel memberships boot camp. The YouTube creator community sets you up for success. Focus on the word sets you up there. For success with creation best practices, exclusive resources, and meetings with fellow creators. Which button do you think I should click? Which of these buttons do you think I want to click on? David Graham with a $2 super chat. Thank you, David. Do I want to click on apply now? Or should I click skip? What? Wait, there is no other button. There's no not now, no cancel, no skip for now, nothing. The only button there is apply now. If I click over here in the blank area, nothing, no response. If I do the escape key, no response.
Read chat, please.
There is freaking nothing. The escape key, no, Zivi, that doesn't do it. Nothing works to clear this message away except clicking on the apply now button. Used car salesman, solar salesman, door-to-door encyclopedia salesman. Greg M says F5. I'll try that. F5 by itself, nothing. Oh, wait a minute, it did go away. F5 was refresh. All right. Oh, criminy. Now then the other one. Yeah, I know, Ken, you're used to waiting. You're used to me ignoring you, making you wait. StreamerBot. When I launched StreamerBot this morning, it says there's an update. And I go, all right, the last several updates have not caused me problems, so I'll click update now. What is that? Oh, I'll click update now. And then next time I go back and look at it, I hit my button to arrange all my windows. StreamerBot's not there. I try Alt Tab. I can't find StreamerBot. So I click to launch it again. That's over here on this screen. Here's my StreamerBot. I click to launch it again. And it says you already have an instance of StreamerBot running. No, I don't. So then I think I found it by doing the Alt tab here. I found something here showing, see this Alt tab, there's a streamer bot, but that's not the app. That's not what I need. Okay, what I'm expecting is StreamerBot looks very much like SpeakerBot, and it would be another panel up here that looks very much like this SpeakerBot window does. It's just called StreamerBot. It controls the commands. SpeakerBot controls the audio voices that you hear, or produces the voices, doesn't actually control them. So anyway, I bring this up and I said, well, that's not it. I don't want that. Turns out, yes, this is the new StreamerBot interface. This is the way it looks. As far as I can tell, there's no way to get it back to appearing the old way. But all of the functions are available in here. I can get to actions here. I can get to cues. I can get to pending actions and action history. As I started clicking around through this, I thought, all right, eventually I may find that I like this better. But it's just total culture shock. Just rip the carpet out from under my feet. Walk into the grocery store, the aisles have all been changed. I don't know where anything is at. Never have I seen StreamerBot make this drastic of a change. Well, the version number, it used to be version like this StreamerBot is 0 point something something. SpeakerBot has for a long time been 0 point something something something. And now StreamerBot is version 1.0.1. Ken Stout. Do I keep him waiting or what? His last comment, yes, I have gotten that 3 times now. He has gotten that. Oh, maybe that was the message from about the boot camp. Oh, David Graham, $2 super chat. I haven't got to that yet. And finding more ways to delay getting to Ken Stout. 2 plus 2 zeros gets points. Thank you, David. Says, thank you for having a great channel. You're welcome. I just found it. I was walking along the street one day, saw it sitting in the curb, so I picked up the channel and made it my own. Was that supposed to be a joke, Doug? If you found it funny, then yes. If you didn't find it funny, then no. Oh, look at that. Another super chat.
Read chat, please.
Super chat. Super chat. 1.99 followed by 2 zeros. Whoops, no, that didn't work. 199. And then at Tony Wallow. Move the decimal place 2 points rather than adding 2 zeros. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. And that last read chat. Wow, looks like you missed a lot of version updates in SpeakerBot. I don't know why you'd say that. You don't know, you don't know what the last update was that I had. Missed a lot of version updates in SpeakerBot. Yeah, I don't know why you said that. I'm curious why you would say that. Now, I didn't always click to accept them, but I don't think I've denied more than 2 or something like that. David Graham says 0.5 to 1 point something. I think more what that means is that they don't publish every version. It's a open source. I think different people contribute to it. So they could have many version numbers that are not ever published as stable for public. They have never been sequential to me. All right, I got to do a
Read chat, please.
I got to do a whatchamacallit code here. That last read chat. There are old versions available for, oh, did you say that's StreamerBot? What did I think he said? SpeakerBot. Anyway, StreamerBot. Yeah, but are they all referred to as stable? Okay, so yeah, see, there's 1.0.1, 1.0.0, and then before that was 0.2.8. And see, they go a little bit sequential beyond that. So I might have just updated from 0.2.8 to 1.0.1, which means I only missed one. And was this one declared as stable? Yeah, I don't know. And then there's SpeakerBot. SpeakerBot is not at 1 point anything yet, and it is showing as 0.1.5, and I have 0.1.5. So I'm up to date on SpeakerBot. Oops, verification failed because I've been probably too long sitting at that prompt. All right, so let's try exit from that, and I'll relaunch and keep my attention on log me
Read
in.
chat, please.
Waiting for a new code, please. Oh, text, yeah, text message. Well, the code that I'm looking at, the timestamp is not the current minute. Well, but it worked. Yeah, the code that I got showed in the same timestamp as the previous one, which was 5 minutes ago. Now, got to get to this read chat. Oh, you know what, Zavi? I clicked on your link, didn't I? That's I lost chat again. Because I have a read chat that I haven't got to yet. About Ken's issues. Keep Ken waiting. See last message from Tony Wallow. I think the gift bot is busted. Oh, because it hasn't awarded to other people yet. That's the old version. See, I should have right-clicked and opened a new tab. I did a left click, so that meant I lost my chat window. Do not forget about Ken. That's why I've got Log Me and Rescue open over here. Let's see if he's waiting in Zoom. Zoom's doing weird things. No, he's not in Zoom, so maybe he'll just be connecting remote. Oh, there he is, Ken waiting. Let's see, I got to end a couple sessions with clients before I show you that screen. So here's Ken waiting because he's so good at that. He's such a patient. He's so good at wait. He's there. He's there. Click Ken. I'm going to click restart
Read
as
chat, please.
system service. You might get a message. Says, I see 0 after my name. If so, thank you. What is that? Okay, I got to let Ken into Zoom and get that figured out. All right, I muted Ken because I'm getting echoing. Let's see, I've got a virtual camera. I'll turn on that so Ken can see what I'm broadcasting. Turn on my audio to Ken so he should be able to almost hear me. There. Now he should be able to mute his YouTube audio. All right, let me resolve a couple things in chat before we get going. I'm going to click launch remote control session. You might have a prompt to do. Let's see. Oh, David Graham. Yeah, David Graham was gifted. Oh, David Graham says he sees a 0 after his name. Oh, because he's been a member for 0 month. Yeah, that's because Tony Wallow gifted you a membership this morning. Oh, and Tony had said the gift bot is broken. I think he's referring to that he gifted 10 memberships and only 2 of them got awarded. I can't even scroll back that far in chat. Okay. I think those issues are resolved. So now, Ken, should I bring your screen up on broadcast now, Ken? All right. Yeah, but I was referring to your computer. That's a joke. I got a chuckle out of Ken. I think I should award myself points. All right, go ahead. Video unavailable. Oh. Okay. I know. Are you on a different monitor? When you said over here, I don't see you pointing to. I don't know what you're trying to point at. Oh, okay, okay. I had to turn off my picture-in-picture to see that. Oh, no, hold on. Let me fix that. Zavi says no audio from Zoom.
Read chat, please.
Yeah, let's see. I think Scott says, I think he said Fishman account. Oh, he was watching somebody's channel that had a fish or fish tank. Yeah. But let me deal with that audio issue. Oh, here, there is a Zoom audio button on my button somewhere, I think. Zoom, mute myself, Zoom. Oh, let me try bringing Zoom up on screen. And they get 2 Dougs. And, oh, that's because I have things set up unusual. And let's move. Let's see if this will fix that. Bum 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 bump 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 bump. Yeah, that's not audio anyway. Ken, go ahead and say something. Let's see if they can hear you now. Yeah. Yeah, I've got my, yeah, I'm not hearing you either. So audio sources, let's see if I can. All right, I'm gonna click on audio sources in my OBS, which I think means the screen's gonna go blank for everybody. They're gonna be seeing a blank screen right now. Don't freak out, people. Your TV set is fine. Now do that. And then let's see if they can hear you now.
Okay, well, we're gonna check to see if they can hear me now. If you can hear my voice, put a 1 in chat.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah, I just
Now,
verified it on my
when
switch.
let's go back over to Baby Bees
Thank
and
you,
see if
David.
they can hear you there.
And we got a lot of
Yep,
ones.
they can hear you there.
So, good.
Okay, so we're back on your screen. So you've got video unavailable when you're signed in with your KSL account. That's interesting.
Yeah, because if I go over here to my Fish Tank Live account, I can see this is Bill Dawson's, but I can also open a new tab, go to YouTube. It should keep me on, I think, the Fish Tank. Nope, that takes me back to the KSL tank. That's what I was trying to do a while ago, because now if we go over here and we click on anything else that's currently live, there's yours. We know it doesn't work. There's Bill's. So we know Bill's works on the Fish Tank account because there it is. But we know Bill's doesn't work on this account because there it isn't.
Okay. Your Google sign in works one account across all of Google Chrome. You can't be signed in to on one tab with one YouTube account and another tab with another YouTube account. So till now, let's demonstrate whether that has anything to do with this. Could you completely close Chrome and then reopen Chrome, and we're only going to have one tab open?
You got control. You do,
Okay.
Doug. You
Okay.
lost me at you can't have because I'm clearly got 2 running right now.
All right. And it's hard to see my mouse looking there, so I'm going to turn my head over here. There's
You're gonna
Chrome.
kill everything.
Closing
Oh,
Chrome.
he killed it all.
Okay, then reopen Chrome. And then I'm gonna actually youtube.com/LWTDB/live. For those who don't know, that URL will get you to my live show or my next scheduled live show at any moment in time.
Or not.
Now, then we come over here and we see that you are signed in. That's the correct channel name, right? Right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the current,
okay.
that's my main account.
Okay, and video unavailable. So then if we go to my actual channel page, see what shows there. Okay, if we go back here to one of my old videos, video unavailable, content is unavailable, which is confirming what you're saying and denying that what I was just speculating as being the problem was not the problem. Not problematic. Now, if we go to your YouTube studio, look for, let's see, notifications. Is it okay for me to display your notifications?
Yeah, that's fine.
Video captions not working. No, that's not related. Analytics community, copyright, earn customization, settings, send feedback.
Copyright is that mean, I believe if I understand that correctly, I can file a copyright claim against these creators who are using my content, which we determine is not truly my content because I borrowed it from someone else.
All right. I'd like to go into settings. Is that okay?
You have my permission to do whatever you need to do.
To go
Doug.
anywhere I want to. All right. Okay. What I'm looking in here to see if there's any kind of communications from them to you.
Right. Yep.
Yep. Meaning you've gone down this road.
The homies and I looked at it till about 4 o'clock this morning. And I finally said, I'll see you guys in the daylight. And I gave up on it. But
All right. All
then
right.
again, we don't know all the tricks that you know. So that's why I reached out to you.
Okay. Then let's go do this trick. I'm taking you off screen. And to Google AI Studio. And I need to refresh my memory. So on Ken's computer, I'm going back to, well, let's hit the back button. I'll show this as I'm maneuvering. Yeah. So it briefly showed the thumbnail.
Right.
All right. Then video content unavailable. Let's see. I don't have these. I don't have my two computers linked right now that I can do a copy and paste across them. So let's just go describe this. On one of my YouTube channels, when signed in with that channel name and I go to other channels, when I try to look at one of their videos, I get a message saying video unavailable. This content isn't available. Period. That symptom occurs no matter what channel I go to. So it can't be a matter of me being blocked by those channels. Period. When I sign in with one of my other channels, I am able to see the other videos. Period. Now you hit the space bar so it stops listening to me. I know there's some serious typos in there. I'm just going to hit Control Enter and see how it responds. Usually it figures it out. Videos appears unavailable when you're signed in with a particular account, but not with your other accounts. This definitely points to an issue with that specific channel rather than videos themselves being blocked by other channels. Okay, that kind of sounds like it understands what the symptom that would describe. Potential reasons: channel restrictions, guideline strikes, copyright strikes, age restrictions on your channel, account settings, parental controls, restricted mode. It looks like here it's kind of listing everything that can restrict things that are happening. Maybe not specifically saying these are potentially what's causing it. Browser app specific issues: clear cache and cookies, try a different browser, incognito private mode, YouTube app mobile. I'm interested in all of these. How about when you're signed in with this account on your phone? Are you able to see?
Same issue. Video
Same
unavailable.
issue. Okay. Then have you tried a different browser on your computer?
Same issue.
Okay. So that means clear cache and cookies isn't going to be the problem if it happens on a different browser and on the phone. Have you tried incognito private mode?
Yes, same issue.
Oh, you have. Okay. Channel verification: if it isn't fully verified, certain functionalities might be limited. Check your channel's features availability. Temporary glitch on YouTube's in. Wait a few hours. You have waited a few hours.
Yeah.
You're pretty much on top of strikes. You know that you haven't had any strikes, right?
Right. I've had, knock
All right.
on wood, none.
Then fully verified. You are a.
Yes.
It is a. You are monetized. Okay,
Yeah.
it's monetized and has been fully functional for multiple years. Period. I am still able to live stream to my audience. period.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not able to.
I was able to live stream last night. I tried one at 0400 this morning. Allegedly, part of it went out, but according to OBS and what I was seeing, none of it went out. And I have no means of actually testing that, I guess. Well, I could go to my fish tank channel and look for myself and see if it plays, couldn't I?
No. Let's just start a live stream right now on your channel. Now,
Okay.
let me add a little bit more here to this prompt.
Okay.
The last time you were able to live stream normally was when? When was the last time you were able to live stream normally? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, my niece came in. Question again, please.
When was the last time you were able to live stream normally?
Last night at 10 p.m.
Okay. Let's see.
You want a refill of your coffee?
Until last night, today I'm unable to live stream. Period. This symptom of video unavailable has existed for 2 days. Period.
Well, if we want to get specific, it's actually existed since approximately midnight last night.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's the other weird, odd thing. When I went to watch somebody else, I got video unavailable. I was also watching 2 other live streams already, and they were playing just fine. When I refreshed by hitting F5, boom, video unavailable. So it was almost like, as long as I didn't refresh the screen and was watching one, I was good to go. As soon as I refreshed it, I no longer could do that. So if you want to start a live stream, I have to open up OBS. That should open up on another monitor, so we'll be good. I mean, I don't care if people see my OBS or not.
Okay. I've got your screen back up. Go ahead and start a live stream.
Okay, so OBS is running, so we'll go create, go live. This is how I do it. I do it a very long, convoluted way. We're just going to reuse these settings from last night. I'm not going to change anything.
Right.
Next, because it shouldn't work. We'll just set this for 3. Just give it some time, and we are done.
The
Now
time
I'm
that
gonna
you
go-
set there only controls when notifications are sent out. That doesn't actually control when you start the stream.
Yeah, I know.
So just for,
So-
yeah, I knew you knew that for the audience.
So I'm going to bring OBS over here temporarily. Currently it's set on my
Alright.
Zoom account. We're going to move that to my Windows 12, which is a looping video. So this is what we should see in the studio if this goes out live. So I'm going to move that off screen. I'm going to go ahead and hit the start streaming. And I'm going to go ahead and start it early. We know it's just for
Right.
testing anyway.
Right.
And it says it is streaming according to OBS. No data. Now, I'm going to jump to my DaVinci machine real quick. And I'm going to go to YouTube. I think I'm subscribed to myself. I know that sounds terrible.
I see the stream. I see a stream running on your channel.
I do too, even though this is my
Oh,
audio.
no. The content isn't available because you can't watch content from YouTube.
But I'm watching it. I'm logged into my I'm logged into my fish. I almost said Princess Cam. I'm logged into my fish tank account. Well, I'm actually
Right.
watching your live stream
You're watching my live stream?
on my DaVinci machine. I'm watching. I see what's going out right now. The thumbnail from this is playing, and it is working because as the seconds count down, the seconds are counting down. I'm guessing there's no audio because there's supposed to be audio, but let's verify that this, you taught me this, by the way. I'm going to put it on the Yeti. Now there should be audio, and there is audio confirmed by OBS.
Yeah.
I don't know if audio is going out or not. So, okay, well,
Okay.
this is good. This means I can at least
Now-
live stream tonight.
Yeah, go back to your studio where it said the video isn't available.
Got it?
Okay, you said it says this content isn't available, and you actually read that to me, I think, as
Yes.
no data.
Right. It did pop up here and said no data, and then it changed to it is getting data now, even
Yeah.
though it's not showing up here. Usually it
Yeah.
previews here as well.
Yeah, usually it previews there, but you can't see that because on you when you're signed in as your channel, I'm speculating here, you can't see video.
Right.
YouTube won't
All
show
right.
you any video, not even the video that you are sending out to YouTube.
Correct. Yeah, that's okay. So now the live stream should change because I changed the scene in OBS
Yeah.
and it did. So that's it. Yeah, it's actually functioning, but according to this, it's not functioning.
Well, I think it's totally functioning. You just can't see it. YouTube's not going to show you video for some reason.
For some reason.
No,
Yeah, I agree.
even if it's the video that you are streaming out.
Right. Long Dog, we are
just-
testing out why my system is not working correctly.
All right.
That's all.
Yeah. So I'd be inclined for you to report that to YouTube. Use their.
I have no idea how to
feedback.
do that.
All right. Well, let's see.
Thank you, Tony.
Let's go. I'm going to make this big again in front of me so that I can see it. There. Grab this mouse. Let's see. Okay. So.
You want me to kill that stream?
Yeah, you could kill. Go ahead.
And I know I don't have to do that. I always force it.
All right. You want to
All
dismiss
your-
that? Let's dismiss this window. Okay, so I'm thinking just go to any profile icon and send feedback. Describe your feedback. Let's see, a screenshot. They want a screenshot, so let's give them a screenshot. Let's come over here to another. Oh, wrong keyboard. And then Shift Windows key S for screenshot.
What's it safe to watch on trusted Windows 7?
And then back to the first tab. Capture screenshot. Oh, they want to capture it here. All right. All right, on this, we'll do it on this screen. Go back to send feedback. Capture screenshot. And just click allow. So we don't even have to drag across for that. I am getting this message on all YouTube channels, including my own, when signed. Come on. Lost something. Probably bump my mouse.
And my phone as well.
Yeah. It's good. There. Signed in with this channel. account. Any video. This symptom is on multiple computers and my phone and different browsers. When signed in with any of my other channel names, everything works properly. This symptom began yesterday. I am still able to live stream on this channel. I just can't see the video in Live Studio. Does that sound accurate?
Pretty good. Yes.
Okay. We may email you for more information or updates, but that check mark. And after we finished reading through the agreement, we clicked to move on. Report sent. All right, let's see if you get anything back. I think that's our best step at this point.
Yeah, I am watching your live stream. I was able to switch accounts on my phone. However, live commentary mode's on. I can't make a comment.
Because you're on a different channel. So if you'll put a comment on any of my videos asking for me to approve that channel, then I can do that.
All right, hang on. So being subscribed is different than being approved then, right?
Correct. Subscribe does not approve you. So approval has to happen from me, not from you.
All right, I'm making a comment on your last Saturday's live stream. I probably spelled it wrong. You know me.
I do. Just looking for some smart ass remark to make to apologize for that.
No.
Let's see. So I'm on the community tab. This is my list of unresponded comments. There it is. This is a comment. And always approve comments from this user and then give it a thumbs down. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not going to leave it there because other people might see that. Say, oh, this guy's mean. Then if
Well, that's interesting. On the computer, it says chat approved user, but on my phone, I still see live commentary mode.
Oh, your
That's kind
phone.
of cool.
Yeah, your phone. Oh, live. Okay, yeah. Live commentary mode and chat as approved user is basically saying the same thing.
Under live commentary, though, I am unable to make a comment.
Yeah, you just
when
did.
I go down to the
Oh,
to do
live
that,
com.
I can't
Oh,
do
no,
it.
no. I said that backwards. Live commentary mode is inform you that you are not approved for chat. So your phone hasn't recognized that yet. If
Okay.
you re-navigate to the video, you'll probably find that it's changed.
I will try that.
Lawn Dog, it's interesting to me how some issues are so intricate that simple searches for resolutions of a problem are becoming more detailed to resolve a problem. I'm not totally certain he's talking about this issue that we're working with, but because he's often having conversations with people about other subjects. So I'll make that channel of yours a moderator. While we're here, Ken, there was another issue that you recently brought up that I thought of this morning it was having to do with getting your Stream Deck to automatically end the live stream.
Right.
And I was saying it might be useful for me to just show you on stream how mine is configured, then you compare yours from there.
Okay.
Because you still don't have that resolved, right?
That sort of kind of works about every 2 times out of 5.
Okay, so I'm going to come over here to show my Stream Deck in-stream. These are the 2 in-stream buttons that I'm currently using. This one includes the song. If I go look at the detail there and come down right here, I have this command in Stream Deck. It's an OBS Studio command called Stream End. So I pulled that from over here on the right-hand panel, expand this OBS Studio, and there's a stream command right here. So if I drag that one out into my multi-action and then click on it, I can have this action be to start the stream or to stop the stream. And this is how I am starting and ending my
Start your live
streams.
stream from Stream Deck.
I do. And I'll show you that button. It's right here. They're called Begin Selected Stream. Now, this is not a multi-action. It's a single press button. And I don't want to press it now because that will end this stream, trying to start a new stream. But I can click on the button in the configuration here and show down here, Begin Selected Stream. And this one is from, let's see, stream. I don't think it's that same one. Let's find out this way. Let's go to a blank button and drag stream over. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so if I just bring this over, it doesn't give me a choice of beginning or ending the stream. That's different.
Okay, I see this. I opened up my Stream Deck. I want a blank one. I see the button stream, so I'm going to drag that into there.
You know what? That must be a toggle. That just must be begin the selected stream or end the current stream. Because I know if I accidentally press that button now, or even if I press it on purpose, it'll end the stream.
You don't want to do that.
But it was curious that when I was looking over in this multi-action, and I drag that same one over, let's see here, stream, that I have this choice of start or end. So this action behaves differently if you're dragging it into a multi-stream button or a single press button. And I think that makes sense, because in a multi-action button, you're trying to do a list of things. As a single press button, it's always going to be either start or stop. If you press that button, it means you want to start or stop. There's no reason to select which you want.
Ken Stout question coming up.
Okay.
If you don't go use it in the multi-stream so that you can toggle it off or on, and you use it like I've got on here right now to start the stream, how does it know whether it's going to start or stop?
Based upon whether a stream is currently running.
Oh, okay.
Stream Deck knows that.
So you're saying I should not do it this way. I should probably do it the multi-action way.
That gives you better
I have
awareness.
over here. Are you still able to see my screen?
Yeah, bring it up now.
So here I have stop stream right here.
Yeah.
And It just says stop stream and I have to long press it to get it to work.
Okay, but if you don't have a stream running right now, but you do
Which I
have
don't.
one selected, if you have one selected in OBS Studio, then it will start the stream by pressing that button.
I don't have one set up to go, but and then if I wanted to stop it, I have to go make this a multi-action to stop the stream.
No,
No?
if a stream is running right now, that will stop it. If
Well,
it's
then-
if it's running an OBS, because this is an OBS command. If you're running a stream solely from Studio,
Yeah.
without OBS controlling it, then that's not going to work. Now, there's another piece of this. I got to bring up my OBS.
Okay.
Let's see. My OBS, I have my picture-in-picture on top of the video, so it won't do the mirroring thing.
Right.
The configuration of the stream, am I going to be able to show it from here? Maybe I can show this from YouTube Studio. Let me check that. We are totally boring the people who are only watching the video for Windows issues.
This is kind of windowish.
It is. It is. It's getting your computer to do what you want it to do. Put it that way. Let's see. How are we gonna? Oh, is it maybe here? There's a place for selecting auto start and auto stop.
Yeah, I know how to do that. That's when you
Oh, you know-
schedule the stream. Yeah, I know. I do that every night.
Okay, but you showed doing that from YouTube Studio rather than OBS, right?
Okay. Well, because all right, you should
No,
be able
you're
to see
no, you're correct. You're correct. That's actually that is
wait,
what-
let's
is
mark
where I
that
did.
moment. God, I wish I could screen record this.
I'm recording it. He always seems to forget that.
I don't get told I'm correct very often, so
Oh, here's a way to do it. Is it?
Read chat, please.
Checking. That last read chat was Mars Man. I am too old to learn it, but I enjoyed the stream. Oh, thank you for saying that.
never too old.
Yeah, not for that part. Thank you for saying you enjoyed this stream, but Ken and I will both take issue with you using your age as an excuse to not do something. Oh, come on. So where is that at? I'm trying to schedule a stream, and that part about auto start is not in.
It will be when
Here.
you schedule it.
Okay, so we actually got to get it scheduled. So let me just
Yeah.
hammer through these. It's afterward, right? So I'll
Just make it unlisted. It'll never go out.
well, it'll never go out if I don't start it either.
Well, that's true too.
So done. So then after it's on my list of scheduled streams, if somebody were to go to my channel and look for my scheduled streams, they would see this scheduled for 4:45 p.m.
Now, in that bottom box right underneath where you're at, right there, scroll that up. Your other
Yeah,
eye.
that's it. Auto start and auto stops. So you have
Right.
those turned on.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see if you are scheduling a live stream right now. I'm going to say you are.
Oh, I know I am. Yeah, if I can come over here to my content and go to live. Of course, this is in my live studio, but
Yep.
here's showing there.
Yep, you're good.
That's enough. So anyway, I think you should be able to start and stop from your Stream Deck.
I'll work on being able to start it because I like that multi-action.
Yeah, but now in order to start it in OBS, there's a button over here on this panel that's not visible right now because I have a stream running, but it's
Right.
manage streams, I think it's called.
It is, and you can actually get to it one or two ways. You can click on start stream, it'll bring the same box up, or you can click on manage broadcast and it'll bring the same box up.
Yeah. And in there, you can click on the stream and then click on select stream. Don't click on
Correct.
select and
Correct.
start.
Yeah.
As long as you've selected the stream, that's what Stream Deck
Correct.
is going to recognize as the one you want to start.
Yes, and there's going to be a video coming out when I get my channel up and running the way it's supposed to be on an issue we had with Josh Kinder the last couple of days, that he had inadvertently scheduled a stream from his phone, never streamed it, but it will show up in OBS.
Yeah.
Because OBS and YouTube talk, and OBS and YouTube think, oh, I got this stream to show.
Right.
You can fix it.
I have one of those right now. I have my Amazon Echo device configured to remind me about an hour after I finish this stream to go fix that, because I have an extra stream showing up there and I think it came from my cell
I
phone.
think we've all done it once or twice.
Now, I was about to delete this stream right here, thinking it was the one that I just scheduled, but no, this is the one that's live now.
That's a Ken move right there.
So this is the upcoming. I want to delete that one.
So do we just sit back now and hopefully YouTube sees this message we sent and they say, oh, yes, this is a problem we're fixing, or
It's
what?
probably a problem specifically on your account, some corruption or something on your account, and they may fix that for your account.
And it's been around for a while. I did a Google search several times last night, and as far back as 2020, this was happening with other people. But some of their solutions to this were to go into the registry editor, which I don't want to do, which next week I got another problem for you to look at. We won't do it today because I know you got other people to help, which I think you'll find very interesting as well. I'll email you on that one.
Okay, but these people that went into the registry, did they successfully fix the problem?
One guy did, one guy didn't. So
Okay.
probably the guy that didn't follow the instructions properly. And I don't want to get into the registry ever.
Okay. And when you say that this has been a problem for a long time, that doesn't change my opinion that it's something that's gone wrong with your account. Because
yeah,
that
I agree with
implies
that.
that it's just occasionally happens. And
Right.
it also makes it kind of promising that when YouTube sees your question, they're going to exactly know what to do and they'll just go fix it.
Right.
So
Wintermute
you-
just mentioned last night that it's a possibility that this actually happened a couple months ago for myself, and it fixed it. It eventually worked itself out.
Right. I have a problem
Why
right
is this-
now with
Why is the
QuickBooks
screen
Online.
spinning? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a problem right now with QuickBooks Online that I think is exactly the same thing. It's going to be something that QuickBooks is going to fix, because it clearly does not look like it's a problem on my end. I've mentioned that issue a few times, but let's not go over that now. Okay, so can I let you go and move on to?
Yeah, I'm good, Doug.
Something
I
else.
appreciate your help. Thank you. We'll see what
right.
happens, and I'll follow up with the other one and let you know how this one goes.
All right, very good. Thank you. Hasta la vista.
Hasta
Yeah.
la vista, baby.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I was on TV with
that's
him.
good.
I did an interview with him when he was running for governor. All right, disconnecting from your computer and shutting down Zoom. Okay. I'm inclined next to go to Sam Lazar. Sam, are you still in chat? Let's see. Yeah, my head's bouncing all around because I'm trying to see if there's my email. I don't have it live on screen. Sam comes up with strange issues. I somehow have that impression. Looking at recent chat, I don't see anything from Sam. Figure out how to bring this up, because he and I have been emailing back and forth. I'm going to bring this. How do I want to do this? Kind of revising the way that I do emails on screen, because occasionally I have accidentally exposed something I did not intend to. All right, let's go this way. So we're going to try it on monitor 3. Sam, now I don't know. How are you going? Is that something from where he's from? Was he from Great Britain? No, I don't remember right now. How are you going? Is that just the way they do? Is that their greeting? From my previous emails, I have mentioned that I have the Asus ProArt P16. It's kind of a high-end laptop. And that's what we were talking about, I think, last week on a different subject. And have replaced my old faulty CalDigit TS4 with the TS5 Plus dock. This is a docking station to give extra ports, extra connectivity for a laptop. I set up the dock, but my laptop does not work with it. I have 2 screens, USB speakers, an external DVD drive, a SATA to USB adapter, plus many other devices. I am so curious to know, when you see how many ports this device has, what are you doing, Sam? According to my research, my USB 4 laptop should work with the Thunderbolt 5 dock, but USB is a messy standard. Is there anything I can do, or should I file a complaint with the store and PayPal? I don't know what point a complaint is going to do, because your problem is not likely the responsibility of the store or PayPal. Please note I have tried this on Asus laptop, my main one, my previous Razer Blade 17 Thunderbolt 4, and my MacBook Pro M1 Max. Only the MacBook worked. Some of the solutions I'm going to have here might apply to the multiple different computers. Not certain about that. Let me give you some more background. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to, let's copy that. Oh, that's the model number. In case we get into that, we'll copy that so we can show you what that device is. And copy that. Okay. Then some follow-up questions. I asked him, let's see, can I show this bit? I said, what are the symptoms when you connect it? Do you hear a connection sound? Does it show up in Device Manager? Can you send pictures of the device connected to your laptop? Have you checked to see if video, audio, Ethernet, or any of the ports function? Because he didn't tell me any of that in the original write-up. He responded, I hear the connection to my laptop, but the only devices that respond other than power is the speakers. So other than power, so that implies to me that he's supplying power from the USB dock to the computer through the USB Type-C port. The rest of them are dead and not responsive. I presume my USB 4 laptop does not support Thunderbolt 5 docks due to lower bandwidth. So is USB 4 having lower bandwidth than Thunderbolt 5? Could be, I'm not sure. The only device that works without any issues is my M1 Max MacBook Pro. So with this Mac, the device works completely, which means the device, the port, the USB port itself does work. It just doesn't work with his laptops. So I've got some things that might be a solution. Then I replied back to that. Have you tried supplying separate power to the laptop? I realize the dock is designed to supply power to the laptop, but try providing separate power to the laptop, see if you get different results. Now he has a high-end laptop. It has pretty high power requirements. So the power that the USB-C port is providing from the dock to a laptop might not be enough power for that laptop, and therefore through that connection cannot get the functionality of all of those ports. He replies to that saying, with my previous dock, it would not supply enough power to the laptop. So when I would try to use more than 100 watts, it would just shut down without any warning. Now with the laptop and any docking station, I plug in the charger. So this tells me he's already plugging in separate power supply to the laptop and not counting on this dock to provide power to the laptop. That's good. The symptoms I mentioned was with and without the 200 watt ASUS charger. So his laptop is powered by a 200 watt ASUS charger, and I don't think you're ever going to get that much through a USB-C charging port. That laptop most certainly has a barrel connector. When you have a laptop with a barrel connector, you're probably going to see that that AC adapter is above the power level that can be supplied through a USB Type-C port. And I want to say that's 120 watts, but I'm not sure. Checking to see what's next in our conversation. Then I say, does it show up in Device Manager? Can you send pictures of the device connected to your laptop? And he sent some pictures. They're kind of selected here, so I'm going to scrolling through this to see if I can safely scroll through all of this. And yes, so I can scroll up and down. And I haven't studied this. No, I'm going to start from the bottom up so that I don't reveal too much. All right, so here we go. This is showing some devices at the laptop as recognized, and it was a TS5 plus dock. So here's a recognition of it, and here's a recognition of it, and here, and here, and here. Now I don't know what those are supposed to, how it's supposed to show up. And this is, these are unspecified devices. So because it's unspecified, that tells me the computer needs some drivers installed. It's not recognizing what this is. Unspecified is like saying other devices. So this tells me it needs some further installation. And that's the first that I realized that. I have not studied these pictures to any extent. So then printers, and then this is showing as network devices. I don't think that device will show up there. This whole screen is a screenshot mainly to show us this bit down here. So this is all showing me trouble. And that red box around it, I don't know if that's to highlight that this is a problem or if he drew that red box around it. I'm going to take that off screen for a moment and see if I can get, that looked like that was like zoomed in too far. No, zoom changes doesn't fix that. Okay, so then I've already found that I'm safe to scroll up. So here we're seeing device manager. That was called TS5. TS5 here, plus composite device showing up in universal serial devices. Doesn't have an exclamation mark there. Let's see, USB 4. See some AMD stuff. So I think that's an AMD laptop. Okay, that's all of that email. And he says, I've attached the hardware photos of the laptop and the USB 4 cable so that you know I get identical issues with the shorter Thunderbolt 5 cable that came with the docking station. I'm thinking that there's an issue with compatibility between his USB ports on that laptop. So here's the photos. They're really close-up photos. I asked for showing the device connected to the laptop. So what we've got here, whoops, it's two photos. Here we're seeing the TS5 Plus dock. We're seeing its HDMI port and a Type-C port, and we're seeing a USB port there, and the only other photo here showing a 40 gigabits per second, 240 watt USB Type-C cable, presumably connected to the computer. I think this, wait a minute, is that the computer? No, this is the docking station with those holes. Yeah, so this is the docking station with those connected, and it looks like he has his mouse keyboard transceiver there. And that's all the pictures that I've got. Okay, so now let's go see some things about what this device is. Going to the Amazonian jungle. CalDigit TS4. Not an inexpensive device. This is, he previously had a malfunctioning, he said, TS4. So open that in a new tab. Then we'll bring up the TS5. Should we take that one? $500. Gadzooks. 18 ports on the TS4. 20 ports on the TS5. So Thunderbolt 4 for the TS4, Thunderbolt 5 for the TS5. Now I'm not up real good on Thunderbolt 4 and 5. If Carrie's watching, I welcome him to chime in on this. $500 for this guy. And I think he's had that laptop for a while. So there's an SD, a micro SD, there's a headset, there's a couple of USB-Cs, there's a USB, whatever that one is. The Type-Cs there indicate that they're USB-C data. And when we look on the back, we've got headsets, we've got an audio in, it looks like, and then on the right-hand side, USB-C data. On the left-hand side, there's a DisplayPort 2.1. There's 36 watt USB Type-Cs. Power delivery apparently on the on this side, not on this side. These look like power delivery. And then their computer 140 watt. So he has a 200 watt adapter for his laptop, I think he
Chat,
said.
please.
So 140 watt is the most that this port can provide to a computer. And a 10 gigabit Ethernet. That last read chat is, thank you, Scott, telling me that Sam is now in chat. And he says he got the laptop in February this year. And he had the TS4, and it was not working well for him. So he bought the TS5. Are you paying these prices for these? I know you buy from a local store, I believe. Are you getting are you buying open box, returned items? Geez, that seems a lot of money. You've said you'll have a lot of things connected, but you haven't told us what you have connected. What are you doing with your computer that you need all those ports? Wow, that's just a curiosity question. But now let's move on to some things for you to actually respond to. I'm going to bring up this. Of course, you know that I asked AI Studio about it. I was sent this question. What are your thoughts? And I just did a straight copy and paste. Exactly what I've already read to you from Sam to me. And here's the AI response. Sounds like you're having a frustrating time getting your new CalDigit TS5 Plus dock to work. With your Asus Pro P16, let's break down the situation, see what might be happening. Now, as is often the case, the AI is going to be very thorough and cover a lot of ground that we can dismiss pretty quickly. Hopefully this zoom level will be okay. Can I close that panel? There we go. That looks more better. Firmware and drivers. That's the first thing on the AI's list, and that was the first thing in my mind. It's irrelevant that you just bought the computer. Go check for firmware and drivers. Even if you checked a week or two ago, go check again. CalDigit TS5 Plus firmware and firmware for the device itself. Devices like this often have firmware that's installed on the device. You do it through the computer, of course. The computer communicates to the device and installs firmware on the device. That's different than firmware on your computer. That's different than software drivers. Even though it's new, check the CalDigit support page for TS5 Plus to see if there are any firmware updates for the dock itself. It's rare for new docks to require an immediate update, but it's worth checking. I think it's more likely on the side of the computer needing a firmware update, BIOS update, so that it can recognize that. Some of you have noticed, and I have noticed, sometimes firmware needs to be updated in order to recognize a new brand or new model, new style of memory or of SSD drive or of NVMe drive. So firmware can be responsible for being able to recognize properly the device is being connected. I think Sam already knows that. Asus Pro 16 Thunderbolt USB 4 drivers. This is the most critical area for your Asus laptop. Go to the official Asus support page for your ProArt. Look for the latest Thunderbolt drivers, USB drivers, potentially chipset drivers. Even if Windows Update says you're current, and even if there's no exclamation marks in Device Manager, just because Device Manager is saying that there is a driver for this, I'm happy, that doesn't mean that it is the driver that's going to work. There may be an updated driver yet. Manufacturers often have newer, optimized drivers. Pay close attention to the installation order if Asus specifies one. This, I think, is very important that people don't talk about enough. Don't just find the driver, download it, and install it. Look at the instructions. See if there's something specific. I have come across situations where there's specifics in the fine print that if you don't follow the instructions correctly, is not going to work. Most of the time, you can just go do your normal thing. If it doesn't work, at least do this. If it doesn't work, go back and look to see if there's any better detailed instructions. Sometimes chipset drivers need to be installed before Thunderbolt drivers. Razor Blade 17 drivers, if you're still curious, do the same for your Razor Blade 17 Thunderbolt drivers, because it wasn't working on that laptop either. And because it's not working on multiple laptops, that gives extra reason to think that there may be recent updates. And since this Thunderbolt 5 is a more recent development, that might be more reason to suspect firmware updates. Restart your Asus laptop, enter the BIOS default settings. Look for sections related to Thunderbolt, USB configuration, security I/O ports. Thunderbolt security. Some laptops have a Thunderbolt security setting that defaults to user authorization, no security. Try changing it to no security PCI tunneling if available, just for testing. This often allows devices to connect without requiring a manual approval in Windows. Remember to change it back if you're concerned about security later. I don't think it mentions this in here, but another thing, a lot of the more powerful, more advanced computers have a capability in BIOS to save your BIOS settings as user settings, so you can name your settings and then load default BIOS or load optimized settings. Sometimes there's more than one different kind of manufacturer settings you can load in BIOS. So try those and see if you get a different result. If you don't get a different result and you think there was something set in BIOS you need to get back to, then you can reload your user saved default settings. USB power delivery. Check for settings related to USB power delivery or charging through USB-C ports. Ensure they are enabled. Fast boot. Sometimes fast boot can see that one about power delivery. I'm not concerned about that because we're not trying to deliver power through it. Sometimes fast boot can interfere with device recognition. Yeah, because when you shut the computer down and you turn it back on, you're not getting a full hardware investigation. So disable fast boot so that every time you turn the computer on, it's freshly looking for hardware devices. Power delivery and cable. Power adapter for laptop. Ensure your laptop is connected to its own power. We've talked about that. While the TS5 provides power delivery, some high performance laptops, yada, yada. We already talked about that. The cable, you mentioned you replaced your old dock. Are you using the original Thunderbolt 5 cable that came with the TS5 Plus? He mentioned it has the same problem, whichever cable you're using. I will highly recommend stick with the cable that came with it. Doesn't matter that they're both producing the same symptom now. As you're doing your troubleshooting, stick with the cable that came with the device. And be sure you've tried all your different ports on the computer and check to see if your computer has a USB-C port that has more capability than the other ports. While a high quality TB4, is that a typo? Did AI actually do, should that be TS4 or is TB4 actually, oh, Thunderbolt. All right, that's okay. Thunderbolt 4 cable might work for basic functionality. Ensure you're using the one supplied. Yeah, common but subtle issue. I scrolled because I needed to take a break from flapping my yap. Windows Device Manager with it connected and your laptop not working. What? With the TS5 Plus connected and your laptop not working, what? What? The laptop's not turned on? No, that can't be what I mean. Open Device Manager in Windows. So the laptop is turned on. the connection isn't working between the devices, but it's not the laptop is working. It's the TS5 ports that aren't working. That's just a weird, stupid way to word that. It's called artificial for a reason. Artificial intelligence, not actual intelligence. Yeah, TB4, short for Thunderbolt 4. I said that. Look for any devices with yellow exclamation marks, especially on, I'm assuming there weren't any. He gave us just a tiny bit of device manager. I'm assuming there was nothing under other devices. We didn't actually see the alphabetical place where other devices would appear. Oh, another thing I don't think the AI says in here, try displaying hidden devices and remove all hidden devices, because maybe there's some hidden device driver that's conflicting. So if I bring up device manager, and I'm sure he knows this, go to view and show hidden devices. And then anything that's showing up as hidden devices, just remove them. Like these grayed out ones, those are hidden devices. I know I've got a lot of messed up stuff in Device Manager. Leave me alone. I'm not the one reporting a problem. Yeah, get rid of all those. There's a utility for helping with that, because you have to go individually removing each of them, unless you use that utility for removing them all at once. Somebody could put in chat what the name of that, and he says in chat, Sam says, yes, no other errors. But have you looked for hidden devices? Remove all of the drive. Don't worry about what they are, just remove them all. Try right clicking any problematic, yada yada. CalDigit support. CalDigit has a reputation for good customer support. Before filing a complaint, reach out to them. Explain your setup and the troubleshooting you've already done. They might have specific insights or compatibility notes for your laptop model, or offer a beta driver. Particularly if you actually paid retail here when you bought this. Why the MacBook works and Windows doesn't. Apple's Mac OS and hardware are extremely tightly integrated. Their Thunderbolt USB 4 stack is often more robust, less prone to the messy standard issues you mentioned. I agree with that, especially with other Thunderbolt certified devices. Windows system with their vast array of hardware configurations and drivers can be more finicky. I don't recall you mentioning, Sam, about verifying Thunderbolt capability on that laptop. Should you file a complaint? I would exhaust the troubleshooting steps. And not a complaint, but reach out to their support. Because he was asking, should he complain to PayPal in the store? No, I don't think so. About what? No, you got a technical issue. Talk to their support. Especially updating driver, BIOS, contacting support before filing a complaint. If this still doesn't work and CalDigit confirms incompatibility, then you'd have a much stronger case for a return or complaint with the store and PayPal, as the device isn't performing as advertised with a complaint USB 4. PayPal. Maybe he's mentioned before buying from a store. Do you use PayPal at a physical store? Okay. Now, let's go catch up with everything that Sam has said. So I know he's been putting in some comments, and he never does !C. Where is he? I know I happen to see his comments. All right. Control F. Sam. Let's go look at all of his chat today, starting from the bottom. And he reports to everybody he's replaced his faulty. Could the faulty TS4 have been faulty for the same reason that the TS5 is faulty? The symptoms may have been different, but is it possible that you were having problems with the TS4 for the same reasons that you're having problems with the TS5?
Right in chat, please.
Scott says, look for device cleanup tool to remove them all at once. Okay, you could have given us an actual link, Scott. Would have been even more helpful. Yeah, because I mentioned it. Lawn Dog's trying to find it. I know I've got it in my. All right, I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go right over here. I bet I have it in tech resources, and I'm gonna say it's near the bottom. I think that I actually moved it towards the top recently. Just debugging. Hidden devices. That's a problem. There's so much stuff out there. How to catalog it and find it. It takes time to do all that. I know. I'm pretty sure Zvi is the one that, or Ran Israel, turned me on to that. USB is a messy standard. Is there anything I can do? Should I file a complaint? Laptop in Feb. Scott has got it. Looks like. Oops, let me finish these first. I am paying for it in Australia, that's where he's at. I can claim it on tax with Australian tax office as it is for work. Yeah, we can deduct business equipment here too. Check, no updates, same with the dock. So that means no updates for BIOS updates, no updates for firmware for the dock, no software to install for the dock, but yet it's showing up in that unknown devices. That seems like a problem. No updates for my laptop or the dock or the laptop. I'm checking my ASUS, which is ASUS driver updater. And I'm far more comfortable. I don't like using driver updaters to rely on them. Maybe they're convenient, but I'd rather go to the website. There might be some optional drivers that are not published that the driver updater will not presume to install on your computer. So I want to actually go to the support page on the ASUS website and see if they have any additional information. The update driver is a convenience factor. Zvi puts in a link. According to this video, there's also some problems with the Mac operating system that Apple fixed. So if there were problems on the Apple side, that would kind of substantiate problems on the PC side. So apparently he just found no update. Well, that's through the driver updater. Go to the website. Battery is not removable. I saw Londog asked about that, I think. It was an online store he bought it from. Oh, I guess maybe that's what he's always been referring to as the store, as an online store. It is USB 4. Yeah, but USB 4 is not necessarily Thunderbolt. USB 4, I think, has multiple different capabilities. Not all USB 4 is the same, I don't think. Right click new tab for Zavi's video link. Thunderbolt 5 dock issue fixed. Thunderbolt 5 Thunderbolt 5 docks are having with legacy SSDs. Yeah, not necessarily the same thing. It's not his specific model of dock, at least not according to that description. Thunderbolt 5 dock. Cable Matters, Thunderbolt 5 docking station. Not the same make and model. Let's try ask. Is the problem described in this video only a problem with legacy SSDs? Because I have the premium version of YouTube, meaning I pay for YouTube, I can ask AI questions about the contents of a video. This video indicates the problem described specifically with legacy devices, legacy speed when connected through Thunderbolt 5 docks. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that. And his Mac works perfectly. Not having problems with the Mac, so I'm going to discount that. But thank you for searching.
Read chat, please.
Greg. Thunderbolt 5 requires a specific hardware controller and is physically identical to USB-C, delivers much higher speeds, improved PCIe bandwidth. Now, didn't I? Yeah, I copied his computer and his model. Let's see what we find about its capability. Specs. So I just pasted his model 7606 WI. Looking for things that are specifications. Thunderbolt 5. Does not have Thunderbolt 5. Instead, it features one USB 4 Gen 3 Type-C port, which provides high-speed data transfer, but is a separate standard for Thunderbolt 5. Key specifications. Does this not answer it? You had the idea to buy a Thunderbolt 5 docking station. Did you check to see if your computer was capable of it? USB 4, USB-C with support for display and power delivery. So USB 4 Gen 3 Type-C, it's not a given that it has support for display and power delivery, right? Not always going to be the case. Thunderbolt 5 is an Intel technology, and isn't that an AMD laptop? Probably with an AMD chipset. While the Asus P16 uses AMD Ryzen, USB 4 port on the AMD offers excellent speeds, can function with many of the same devices as Thunderbolt port. However, it does not officially support Thunderbolt 5 standard. For laptops that have certified Thunderbolt 5, they must have a Thunderbolt controller, which is an Intel technology. So you're not going to get that on an AMD, right? If I look at Thunderbolt 4, what does it say? 2 USB-C ports, one supporting USB 4, which offers 40 gigabits, effectively providing Thunderbolt 4 functionality, but it's not Thunderbolt 4. So he had a problematic Thunderbolt 4 docking station, but it still doesn't even support Thunderbolt 4 completely, what I'm reading there. Other specs include yada yada, and it's still AMD. Thunderbolt is still an Intel thing, right? That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I think that's kind of the nail in the coffin. AMD's not going to do it. You're welcome, Fish Tank. Oh, that's Ken. I was thinking, how did I help Fish Tank? I don't remember doing anything with Fish Tank. Scott asking how you get it fixed. He hasn't got it fixed yet. Yeah, Thunderbolt's a different thing. Oh, we're close to shutdown time. Yeah, Sam, I don't think the AMD is going to do it. Because, let's see, does AMD support Thunderbolt at all? Let's go over here. Does AMD support Thunderbolt at all? Is that only an Intel thing? Oh, look at that. A space M space D. Is it going to figure out what I meant? What do you think? Artificial AI. Just saying. Historically, Thunderbolt was developed by Intel for a long time, Intel exclusive. That meant if you had AMD CPU laptop, you did not support Thunderbolt. However, this has changed significantly. All right, let's see how it's changed. Thunderbolt 3 and 4. With the release of Thunderbolt 3 and 4, Intel opened the specification, made it easier for chip makers to integrate support. But we did see his specific laptop said some Thunderbolt 4 functionality, especially those with AMD's newer paired appropriate chips, do offer Thunderbolt ports. He doesn't have a Thunderbolt port. He has some Thunderbolt functionality. So you probably need an actual Thunderbolt port to connect that device to. These motherboards incorporate Thunderbolt controller chip, often made by Intel or a licensed third party that communicates with the AMD CPU. Thunderbolt controller chip. Did we see that in his pictures? Let's see. So I'd be expecting to see the word Thunderbolt in his device manager if there was any driver there that actually was a Thunderbolt driver. I don't think it's there. It's not about the CPU alone. Just because you have an AMD CPU doesn't automatically mean you have Thunderbolt. What? Of course not. Might make that argument about Intel, but the motherboard or laptop manufacturer needs to have specifically included a Thunderbolt controller, and that laptop doesn't have it. Always check the specific model of your laptop or motherboard. Look for Thunderbolt 3, Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5. Don't assume. USB 4 is the bridge. USB 4 is largely based on Thunderbolt 3 specification, So many AMD systems that support USB 4 can effectively communicate with Thunderbolt devices, even though they don't explicitly brand the port as Thunderbolt. However, a true Thunderbolt port generally guarantees full feature set and certification. So this thing about connecting this port replicator, that is not a normal use of a Thunderbolt port. So you want full functionality of Thunderbolt to expect that device to work. That's a pretty significant demand with 20 ports. AMD systems can and do support Thunderbolt. You just need to ensure the specific computer or motherboard model you're looking at has implemented it. And it's not necessarily the case that this device that is Thunderbolt 5, not necessarily the case that it's backward compatible and functional with a lesser Thunderbolt capable computer. We often see backward compatibility. Well, the reason why we see that many times is because it's not guaranteed. It's not always the case. So, yeah, this computer just some Thunderbolt 4 functionality, not Thunderbolt 5, and that device not necessarily backward compatible. Here's the TS5. Includes 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports. The device does. It doesn't mean they're going to function. If you're not connecting to a Thunderbolt 5 port on the laptop, you can't expect these ports to provide Thunderbolt 5 functionality. USB 10 gigabit ports, 5 Type-C 10 gigabit per second ports, display port, SD, micro SD, UHS card readers. Thunderbolt 5 supports 64 PCIe, which is ideal for connecting ultra-fast Thunderbolt SSDs TS5 Plus. But you got to be connected to the right port on the computer, port that has full functionality. I would say 140 watt power delivery. He's not relying on it for power delivery. Oh, it has a 330 watt power supply. Yeah, it needs more than the 140 watt power delivery to the laptop. It needs more power than that to operate the other devices that you might have connected to it. Triple monitors. You can put all that stuff onto this device and connect it through one little tiny Type-C port to provide all that functionality. That little Type-C port needs all of its functionality there. In my mind, full Thunderbolt 5 functionality. The 10 gigabit port is backwards compatible. See, we're being told about backwards compatible. That's not the entire device backwards compatible. The main thing I'm looking here for is to see if it's backwards compatible with, well, non-Thunderbolt ports. He's connecting this to a non-Thunderbolt port. It's a USB 4 that has some Thunderbolt 4 functionality. Let's see, compatibility. Compatible with Thunderbolt and USB 4 host devices to get the maximum performance out of the TS5 Plus. A Thunderbolt 5 or USB 4 V2 80 gigabits host connection is required. Maximum performance USB 4 V2. Up to 80 gigabits per second. Um, 40 gigabits per second. And then here, 80 gigabits per second. So you don't have a USB 4 that is sufficient to
Read chat,
provide
please.
maximum performance. You chat, Gary Weisenberg. Hello, Gary. All right, got that. Let's go bring that up on screen. Gary's saying to Sam, buy a Apple or Cable Matters Belkin Thunderbolt 5 cable, at least $50. Do not trust the cable that comes with the dock. I've had problems with the docking station cables. Okay. Gary, do you think that's going to get past the part about his computer does not have
Read
a
chat,
port
please.
that's required? Gary might be in DVR mode. Check my AL posts. Let's go look at the rest of his posts. Thunderbolt controller is in System Devices and Device Manager. Thunderbolt is a trademark of Intel. Yeah, we've been seeing that. I don't think we've seen System Devices. We had Universal Serial Bus. Yeah, he didn't give us a shot of Device Manager. Under System Devices, Sam, are you able to send that? We're already over time. USB 4 is based on Thunderbolt 3. Thunderbolt 4 is a superset of USB 4 Thunderbolt 3. Thunderbolt 5 is a superset of TB Thunderbolt 4. Okay. Meaning it's all of superset, meaning it's all of TB4 plus other stuff. That would have been my assumption. Yeah, these all would have been my assumption that the newer versions are everything in the previous version had plus more. I'm not sure why you're mentioning that. Maybe to support that they have to be backward compatible? Yeah, I don't know that I buy that. Could be true. There's the cable. I think this is what he meant about checking his other posts. Yeah, I think like that doesn't feel like anything new to me. But thank you. Or explain why that is new. In my experience, it will fall back to USB 3.0. All right. But with what device? He's expecting to get the full functionality of this device connected to an older port. And he is getting some functionality, but not all of it. All right, I think it's time to put this to bed. I don't see that he doesn't have a good pairing here of devices. That's not a good choice of device for this laptop. Just because some other Thunderbolt 5 or Thunderbolt 4 devices provided some functionality or full functionality with older doesn't mean all of them will. Okay, I think it's time to go. So I'm going to get out of here. Here's the email address. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody. This is Labor Day in the U.S. Labor Day weekend, Monday, first Monday in September is how that is identified. Just me says long outro. Please, he wants the long outro. All right. All right. We'll do it just for you. Just for you. Everybody else can close your ears. Put your hands over your ears. And with that, I'll say goodbye.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you dream. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply more deeply VB, where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme.